Hey, Yinning at Life Gang. It's Kimberley Roberts, your host here. And I'm so excited to deliver little bits of insight on living your best, most extraordinary life with, of course, Yin Yoga, traditional Chinese medicine, reflexology, and even mindset hacks. So thank you so much for pressing play on today's episode. Let's do this. Well, hey there, Yinning at Life Gang. Or maybe today, you know what? It's just you and me sitting down. We're going to have a cup of tea or your favorite matcha latte or cappuccino, and we're going to have a little heart to heart. Okay. There's something that I want to talk about. And if you've been in my world recently, you know I am all about a vibe of really embodying living your best life after the age of 40 and way beyond that. So this is what I want to talk about today. It's this whole idea of what our bodies and minds really need after 40. Because let's be honest, things feel different, right? Like I know it does for me. And it's kind of like one day you wake up and you realize, you know what? You're not bouncing and springing out of bed the way you used to, right? Like you got to stretch a little bit. There's some stiffness in your hips, like you can feel the shoulders kind of creaky, reeky. And, you stay up late and it takes 2 days to recover. You know that? And sleep. Sometimes it's like your body forgot how to sleep. Like you wake up and you're like, what? I'm like, I didn't even get like 3 hours of sleep last night. I was staring at my ceiling. And, you start to put these little pieces together and you start to wonder, like, what the heck's going on here? But here's the thing. Nothing's wrong per se. Okay. I want to start by that. I'm not saying that there aren't things that maybe need to be addressed, but I want you to know that when you hit your 40s, you're entering into a new season of life, and hopefully a wiser one and a softer one. And I will tell you that in this season of over 40s, it's about, I don't know about for you, but for me, it's about craving calm. It's about craving stillness. It's about craving flexibility in my mind as well as my body. It's also about craving connection. Like that's why I'm here on this podcast riffing. This is also why I have a new blog on my website, SolefulYin.com. It's because I'm craving more connection and community. And I'm also really craving helping people live their best life after 40. And I'll tell you that that's why I believe, like I truly believe with every single fiber in my being, that Yin Yoga is the most important practice for people over 40. I'm not saying there aren't other things that are important, but let me just talk about why Yin Yoga is so important, okay, after 40. First of all, we are living in a world that's go, 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 and more go, right? Even when we think we're resting, like, we're numbing and scrolling through Instagram and Facebook, or we're binging on Netflix, we're still kind of thinking, we're still kind of planning. And you know what? Our nervous system is constantly switched on. And that's not a good thing. Like it means we're in a constant sympathetic flight or fright state. And you know what? It's important to be in that state at some times, right? Like if you're standing there and there's a bear in front of you, you have got to know how to turn on that sympathetic nervous system state, because otherwise you're going to end up being filet mignon, right? Like have to know how to respond. But there's also a really crucial part of time in our life where we need to be in that parasympathetic state, rest and digest, rest and repair, chill the F out, right? And when you hit 40, with hormones starting to shift, responsibilities piling up, Maybe you got teenagers at home or even still younger children, because we are seeing people starting families later in life now. Or maybe we've got aging parents that we're caring for. Maybe we've got both. So we're kind of that sandwich generation. And our body starts to whisper, hey, please, can we slow down here? Please, can we just slow down? This is what your body is saying, right? Yin Yoga is that slowdown. It's literally like hitting the pause button on the world. You're not rushing. You're not striving. You're not trying to perfect a pose. You're just being. And in that being, in that surrendering, your nervous system goes, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. What happens when your nervous system starts to be in that state more often? You start sleeping better. Your body starts feeling more at ease. Your mind gets quieter, less scattered, which God knows we need way more of. So let's talk another reason why it is so important to do Yin Yoga after 40. And that's mobility and flexibility, people. Let's face it, after 40, your joints, fascia, connective tissues need more love than ever. As we get older, fascia and connective tissue starts to stiffen. It starts to shrink. It doesn't lengthen. Your joints start producing less synovial fluid. They creak more. And the beauty about Yin Yoga is that it goes straight to those deeper layers, right? The ones that hold the tension, the ones that stiffen with time, the ones that silently affect how you move and feel, your joints, fascia, and connective tissue. And when you're holding a yin pose gently, when you're propping yourself up, and I am such a massive proponent of propping. It's not cheating if you're using props, because sometimes people will ask me that. Oh, I have to use this block to support me. I'm cheating, right? No, you're not. You're honoring your body. And I'll tell you that the more that you prop, the more your body will open up gently, passively, patiently. And you're nourishing your body from the inside out. You're not pushing, you're not forcing. You actually get more by propping up. And you're being given your body a space to soften, to release, and to heal. We all need that. Even if you're not in your 40s, trust me, you need that anyway. And let me talk about one other thing. And this is honestly my favorite part about Yin is that it teaches you how to listen to yourself, to listen to your body, to listen to your thoughts, to listen to your feelings, to be in tune with your emotions and maybe what needs to shift. And if you want to know more about how Yin helps you with your emotions and ultimately your organ health, you can check out, I have a plethora of episodes on the podcast that talk about Yin Yoga, your emotions, your organs, the meridian system. It's all there, okay? Yin Yoga is not about how far you can go. It's about how deeply can you feel. You get to learn how to meet yourself exactly as you are and exactly where you are. And you know what? I don't know about you, but after 40, I am so done. And I mean, I am so done with the push harder, do more mentality. I talked about this in my episode about how we're still in that hustle culture, right? Of push more, do more. People expect more mentality, right? And I'm done with that. I did it in the corporate world. I even did it running this business. But I want peace. I want presence now. I want to feel good in my body, not just look strong, but I want to feel supported on all levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, energetically. I want to feel it all. And yin gives you all of that. It gives you mental support. It gives you emotional support, physical support, energetic support. It gives you all of that. It's a practice that says, you know what? You don't have to do more. You just have to be here. You just got to be willing to listen. And I'll tell you, when you're in a yin pose and you're holding it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and you're properly supported here, this is a big key, all right? You're properly supported. So yeah, you're feeling the stretch, right? Because you want to feel that, but it's not so intense that you're like, oh my God, like, are we done yet? Can I get out of this pose? Like, I can't handle it. I'm squirming, I'm moving, I'm fidgeting, I'm now talking in my mind. Like, that's not what we're looking for here. When you're properly supported using the props, and I mean, when I talk about props, you can literally get away with, like, I always say you absolutely need 2 yoga blocks. Well, you know what? You can get them at Walmart, like $10, 2 blocks. You need some kind of yoga strap. You can use a belt, a scarf, a tie, just something that's pretty sturdy. And then you've got other things that are literally hanging around your house, like blankets, pillows, cushions. They can all, even books, they can all be used as props. So when you are using your props and you're supporting your body, you will be more adept to listening to what it's saying to you. And I'll tell you, I know that if you're listening to this episode, I know you're craving better sleep. I sure as heck know you're craving less tension, more ease in your hips and your back and your shoulders and in your neck. God forbid, I think all the people that I have that what I call have tech neck, right? Like rounding their shoulders, hunching forward, their necks are rounding, like they've got such stiffness in their neck that they literally cannot even turn their head a little bit. I'm telling you, that's not good. And your mind, it's literally screaming at you, please, more peace, more peace. I need more peace, right? Well, friend, Yin Yoga is calling your name. Seriously. And the best part, and I'm going to tell you, this is a myth. A lot of people still say, oh, well, you need an hour before you get any benefit. You need all the fancy gear. No, you don't. You just need a few props that you have. Like I said earlier, you don't even need a yoga mat. You could use blankets, and you can start with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I will tell you, there's a sweet spot in a 15-minute practice. And I'll tell you, for me, this was a major shift in my life because I came from a personal practice where I needed 2 hours in order to feel at peace, calm. But I was also in a highly, highly, highly stressed state at the time. But I was able over time to wean myself down to an hour, to 45 minutes, to 30 minutes, to even now 15 minutes. Because the magic here isn't in the time, it's in the intention. So if I know, like, you know what, I got 15 minutes today, that's all I got. My intention in those 15 minutes is to find calm, to release some tension, and to feel at ease in my mind, my body, and in my life. And in 15 minutes, I can do that. I will tell you, I invite you, before you go to bed tonight, I want you to slip into what I call reclined butterfly pose. This is a really simple pose. You're going to lay on your back. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together and you're going to open your knees wide. You could even do this in bed if you wanted to. You're going to prop underneath your knees. So grab some blankets, roll them up. Towels work too. If you have your blocks, grab your blocks and close your eyes. Draw your shoulder blades apart and start to take a few really deep breaths. And just allow yourself to be. No agenda. Your mind will start to wander because that's what it does. I want you to just keep coming back to the sound of your breath. Maybe even count your breath out in your mind. I will tell you that your body will thank you for this big time. Your mind, even more so. Your mind is going to be going, hallelujah, thank you so much for these few minutes of peace, of release, and of ease. And I promise you, if you start a regular practice, even 15 minutes a day, your sleep is going to thank you. Because you know what? The more calm you are and the more your nervous system is in this more beautiful parasympathetic rest and repair state, you will sleep better. So this is my little riff for today. Wasn't very long. It's all about how to inspire you to soften, to slow down, and to explore yin in this new season of life. And let's face it, when you head into your 40s and above, you deserve to have ease. You deserve calm. You deserve to feel good in your body. And at every age, not just when you're 40, but how about when you're 50? How about when you're 60? How about when you're 80? You deserve to live an extraordinary life. There is something that is so incredible that's happening in the SolefulYin world right now. The Yin Yoga app, an app that is designed to serve people over 40 who are craving calm, who are craving better sleep, who are craving ease in their body, in their minds, and in their lives, who want deep flexibility and mobility in their body, who want to feel good in their body, who want to live a life that is beyond extraordinary at the age of 40 and way beyond into that 50s, 60s, even the 80s. The SolefulYin app, I invite you to come in, join the membership, and start to explore and discover how Yin Yoga, along with reflexology, acupressure, breath work, meditation, and even very exclusive Yin Yoga series that are all designed for people over 40 who are craving that simple, peaceful life. Thanks so much again for pressing play on today's episode. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.